Hallo, 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 hallo. Da sind wir auch mal wieder zurück. Auf Emblem Three Houses. Mit uns, mit der Side Story Fahle Schatten. Oder wenn ich noch so eine Shadows. Ja, und unseren kleinen Challenge Run. Von der wir auch noch nicht abgewichen sind, obwohl zumindest die Challenge hier für die DLC-Story aufgrund der ganzen Limitierungen doch gut knackig ist. Aber ja. Immerhin die letzte Mission ging eigentlich relativ gut vonstatten, muss man sagen. Wir haben uns da nicht so lange mit, sag ich mal, gequält. Hat so ein paar Retries gehabt, aber ansonsten bereiten nicht so lange wie andere.
Well, that was awful. I'm never going back
True
down
though.
there, that's for damn sure.
With things like that wandering around, you couldn't even if you wanted to.
Ja. Vor allem diese Automata, nenne ich sie jetzt mal. Die waren sehr nervig. Vor allem in der Mission davor.
Aren't you optimistic? There were a few times I was sure we were done for.
Has Aelfric yet returned? We must present the chalice to the church at once.
You're all safe. How could you sneak off at a time like this?
Was passiert?
Some strangers from the outside have kidnapped Master Aelfric.
Aelfric? No, it cannot be true.
It happened as soon as he returned from the monastery. Bandits were lying in wait.
Damn it! How could this happen?
This was clearly premeditated. I am certain it is connected to the bandits we fended off earlier.
Have you alerted the church?
Not yet. It all happened so suddenly. Do you think we should? Can we trust them? If we cause too much trouble, Abyss is doomed.
Now isn't the time to worry about that. We're in no position to cover something like this up. The church has eyes and ears everywhere, so they may already know what's going on. Either way, go and tell them the news. Now.
Sure thing. Understood.
Also, if anyone was wounded, send them here. We'll patch them up with healing magic. Wait, where's Happy? And Linhart?
Happy, wherever did you disappear to? Aelfric has been...
I know. Take a look at this.
Oh!
What's that? Looks like some kind of fancy letter.
That's because it is. It was lying in the classroom.
Wahrscheinlich irgendwie so ein Drohbrief oder
We've
so.
abducted Cardinal Aelfric. We can guarantee his safety, for now. If you want to help him, meet us tomorrow evening in the ruins of the old chapel. Bring the chalice. Know that if you alert the knights, the Cardinal's life will be forfeit.
No doubt about it. This letter must have been left by the people who abducted Aelfric.
Then our enemy really is after the chalice. All the while, they were waiting for us to locate it for them. No, no! Something about this does not ring true.
None of it rings true. So which part in particular are you talking about?
Woher sollen die überhaupt wissen, dass wir hinter dem Kelch her waren? Das ist so weit so ziemlich keiner. Außer Aelfric. Er war eigentlich der Einzige, der es wusste.
How did the enemy know that we were searching for the chalice to begin with? This can only mean that someone in Abyss is...
You smell a rat. Someone who notified the church of our plan. It's no good talking about theoretical rats right now. First, we have to deal with the problem at hand.
Too true. For once, you are speaking reasonably.
Okay, theoretisch ganz Abyss, das könnte es wissen. Ich weiß nicht, wie viel sie an den anderen weitergegeben haben, aber theoretisch hatten wir die Suche nach dem Kelch ja eigentlich so ein bisschen, ja, sneaky für uns gemacht. So mit den Gesprächen, die wir mitbekommen haben, haben wir Sven nur direkt Aelfric mitgesagt, dass wir theoretisch nach dem Kelch suchen wollen würden. Und hey, 18 Users of the Soul of the Creator, was sehr schön ist.
Really? Aelfric's been taken hostage. Who could do such a dishonorable thing? It doesn't matter. Abyss needs him. We've got to form a rescue party. I just hope we're not getting in over our heads. We don't exactly know what we're dealing with.
Mhm. Sollte echt aufpassen, was er macht. Posthandschuhe. Kann seine Eisenachse verhandelt werden. Okay, es sagt mir sogar schon da direkt, dass es nur die Eisenwaffen sind. Not worth it. Es wäre echt nicht worth it, die zu schmieden.
Maybe. Things were dicey for a bit there. Gotta say, I'm relieved that no harm befell anyone in Abyss. I've made sure that the elderly and children are hidden in their homes. They need to stay safe. Nothing right now, but I might call on you for a favor later. So that's the deal. People are safe for now. But I can't shake the feeling that something's just off. All we can do at this point is focus on the problem staring us in the face.
Ja, aber auf jeden Fall ist wirklich was wieder.
We've got to get Alfie back. I was abducted once, when I was younger. My captor used me as a test subject in her twisted experiments. Maybe we can just give them the chalice and they'll release him unharmed.
Maybe? Ist aber meistens nie so einfach.
Might I have a word? It concerns the blackguards who abducted Aelfric. I alluded to it before, but I sincerely believe there is a spy in Abyss. We're in agreement then? Yuri is exceedingly devoted to his friends, but there are times that he can be a bit too trusting.
Ja. Ist immer noch die Frage, wer es sein sollte. Ich meine, wir kennen die ganzen anderen Abschlussleute nicht so sehr, abgesehen von halt den 4 Houses.
If you ask me, we can't expect to just mosey on by, hand over the chalice, and make it out alive. Nothing sounds better than saving Aelfric and roughing up the jerks who took him. It's just, well, as the relentless king of grappling, I'll be fine. But I'm worried about the others.
Okay, wir sind sehr selbstsicher, dass es safe ist, I guess.
The Ashen Wolves are strong, but I don't think even they can do this on their own. You'll lend them a hand, won't you, Professor? Please, save Aelfric.
It's gotten pretty dangerous around here, so we've sent all the children back to their homes. I hope Aelfric's all right.
Da kann man nur hoffen.
We were hoping the chalice would protect Abyss, but it's the reason Aelfric got captured. That's ironic. The people here really adore him. I'm sure they'd appreciate our help getting him back. Then again, are we getting too involved? Maybe we should leave before we make things any worse.
I mean, wir sind mittlerweile schon voll involviert, also.
The identities of the cardinals are a closely guarded secret of the church. Yet Aelfric's status was disclosed in that letter. Could this signal a power struggle within the church? Or perhaps that's what they want us to believe. Either way, we should pay close attention.
Mm-hmm.
I see. According to the legend that Aelfric shared with us, the chalice has the power to bring back the dead. Are his captors hoping to resurrect someone?
Könnte das sein?
Or perhaps they simply intend to sell it for an exorbitant payoff.
I mean, das könnte auch der Fall sein, ne?
So it turns out old Aelfric is a cardinal, huh? Hard to imagine such an important figure getting abducted. And whoever took him somehow knows we have the chalice. I bet they know how to use the thing, too. I doubt they just plan to decorate their mantle with it.
Ja, woher sollen sie wissen, dass wir den haben? Wir haben ihn ja gerade erst bekommen.
Hey, the leader of the group that took Aelfric. I've seen him before. He wouldn't hesitate to slaughter an entire town if he stood to gain even a little by it. His laugh chills me to the bone.
Okay, und wer war das?
No, I have seen nothing. I have been here, in this place where I always am. You cannot think it was me who did something. I am full of innocence.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. And it's me. I'm a failure, a farce, an insult to the noble title of Abyss Keeper. Master Aelfric's done so much for me. I wanted to pay him back one day, but instead, I let this happen. I'll never make this up to him. I'm disgusted with myself. Don't look at me, I'm a monster.
I was speaking with Happy earlier, and it dawned on me that she may possess a unique crest.
Okay.
Perhaps it's linked to the 4 apostles. If so, then in the chasm... No, there isn't enough to back that up. Oh, sorry, Professor. I need to think on this longer before sharing my theories.
Aber schön, es gibt mehr als genug Beweis, um zu sagen, ja, das ist das trifft zu. Aber gut.
It all happened so fast. They forced their way in and took Aelfric. There was nothing I could do. We all wanted to fight, but Aelfric stopped us. He always thinks of others first, even if it means sacrificing himself.
Okay.
Aelfric is a prominent figure in the church. If the Archbishop hears what happened, she might send the Knights of Seros. That'd make things complicated. Folks down here don't trust him.
Neun. Ich will erstmal noch mal gucken, was wir machen können.
What do you require?
Gear-technisch.
Farewell. Welcome. Will this one do? Many thanks. Will this one do? Will this one do? Many thanks.
Können die noch irgendwas Interessantes kaufen? Mehr Schnitter wären langsam ganz gut.
Will this one do? Many thanks.
Ansonsten... Ich weiß nicht, ob es Donnerschwert würfelt ist. Ich weiß echt nicht, ob es würfelt ist.
Come back soon.
Okay. Welcome.
Oh, du kannst neuen Mixturen kaufen.
This one?
Oh, yes. 3.
Thank you. Please come again.
Hey there. Is this it? There you go.
Dann zum Beispiel wäre schon Birth.
Is this it?
Da steht mittlerweile auch. Kann man nicht upgraden. Oh lol, das sieht mir das Gold.
Come back anytime.
Schmieden kostet viel Gold. God. Ja gut.
Okay.
Wir müssen mit dem arbeiten, mit dem, was wir haben.
We really lucked out there. Fewer injuries than I would have expected, and most were minor.
I suppose the only conclusion we can draw is that they really were after Aelfric all this time.
Perhaps they were instructed to avoid unnecessary casualties.
Is that Aelfric guy really a cardinal? Are the secret cardinals really a thing? I thought that was a myth.
Hard to believe. Did you folks in the Ashen Wolves know that?
No, that's news to me. The identity of the Cardinals is top secret, even within the church. He never would have told us something like that. Oh, except maybe Yuri.
He and I talk about a lot of things. But right now, I'd say we have more important topics to discuss than his title. Aelfric's been kidnapped. What are we going to do about it?
Even if it is in the name of rescuing him, we simply cannot hand over the chalice to those scoundrels.
Let's just give them the thing and be done with it.
Professor, I came as fast as I could when I heard the report. I had no idea you'd be here.
Is this loud, excitable knight a friend of yours?
Somewhat, yeah.
Precisely so. I'm Alois, right-hand man to the former captain of the Knights of Seros, Geralt.
Oh my, that means our professor here is the child of a captain.
Now, about Aelfric's kidnapping. Since he's an important member of the church, we must use any means necessary to find him. That said, most of the Holy Knights have been deployed to deal with the Western Church.
Sure, but any knights are better than no knights, yeah?
I like your attitude, though I'm still embarrassed that we're not in full force. But hey, at least we're quite forceful.
Here, take this letter. We believe it was left by whoever kidnapped the Cardinal. In it, the enemy clearly spells out their plan. They're after a chalice that was hidden beneath Abyss.
A chalice? A chalice? Ah, do you mean the chalice? But no, why would it be there? I've never heard anything about it being stowed away in Abyss.
Ja, hab's aber gefunden.
This is gonna come as a shock, pal.
What in the goddess's name? Is that really the chalice from the legends?
The probability of that is unassailably high, yes.
It was guarded by a bunch of giant creepy toys. There was powerful magic protecting it and everything.
If you say so. Wow. That means the story about the chalice being bound was true. Well, what's done is done. Oh, but I guess it's not done just yet. I must report this to Lady Rhea at once.
Erstmal sollen wir den Typen retten. Also, wir sollen erstmal Aelfric retten, bevor wir hier groß jetzt noch irgendwie Berichte machen.
Cindered shadows. Betrayal.
So that is what transpired. This is indeed the Chalice of Beginnings. It matches the descriptions and the few records of it that remain.
Don't beat around the bush. What's our punishment?
You removed a most sacred treasure. Truly, it is my obligation to mete out punishment for that transgression. However, you also helped the church locate a valuable artifact. In light of this good deed, I shall forgive the bad one. I do wonder. I am wondering whether your presence had anything to do with the artifact's unbinding, Professor. As per the Church Chronicles, the four apostles secured the chalice with powerful magic. The only way to release the chalice is by using the four crests passed down through their bloodlines. However, given the special power you possess, perhaps you were able to unlock it yourself.
Nope, das waren wir nicht.
There is no knowing at present. For the time being, I will keep the chalice somewhere safe. As for Aelfric, I assure you that the knights will find and return him in due time. I consider him to be one of my many children, after all. I will not allow harm to befall him.
Lady Rhea, might I ask a moment of your time? We cannot be expected to give up our endeavor. The enemy stated most clearly that if the knights are involved, Our dear Aelfric is finished. We owe him so much. If there is any possibility that his life is in danger, the risk is too great to chance.
True. The knights are strong and all, but they're liable to get him killed. We can take care of it, with Chatterbox's help.
Our professor has the strength of 100 knights, or about 1.5 of me. We've got this. How about it, Rhea?
Naja, weil wir nur mit denen gerade rumrennen, ja.
We've been through too damned much to get here. Leave the chalice and Aelfric to us. You won't regret it.
Lady Rhea, please.
If you join your power with theirs, yes, perhaps there is hope. As you wish, I shall entrust you with the chalice.
Your Grace, the chalice is a legendary treasure. You can't just hand it over to those underground...
That is quite enough. There is no cause to worry, I assure you. There will be no further discussion on the matter. Even if we lost hold of the chalice, it would be impossible for the thieves to make use of it. Though it was created to return a life that was lost, I doubt that anyone alive knows how to accomplish that feat. If someone were to successfully replicate the ritual, it would perhaps be the work of fate.
I mean, ich habe schon recht obvious, wo das alles nun
Hey,
hingeht,
boss.
oder?
Been meaning to ask. How'd you end up down here in Abyss?
What is this? Some sort of interrogation?
Yeah, you've never been big on sharing. I mean, you know all about me, and there's still so much I don't know about you.
Look, I get it. Talking about the past isn't easy. But I'm curious, yeah? So get to it. I've got all day.
Do you now? Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to tell you. I'm here because I killed some people from the church.
That cannot be!
Originally, I attended the academy as Count Rowe's adopted kid. There came a point when the church ordered me to wipe out some members from my old gang. Told me it was part of some important mission.
Who is this old gang you speak of?
They were nothing more than common thieves to someone like you, Constance. Anyway, they're like family to me. So naturally, I protested my orders. Things got pretty heated and, well, the rest is history.
That's some story, pal. You're damn lucky they didn't execute you.
Ja.
You're telling me. Aelfric stepped in and implored them to spare my life. Told them to consider the circumstances. It's not so different for the rest of you. I'm sure he helped all of us out in different ways.
He did. I was about to be thrown in the monastery's underground jail. People thought I was dangerous, what with my gift and all. It's dark and dingy here, but it sure beats a prison cell. Elfie really saved my neck.
Back to the point. Balthus, what was it you were so curious about? You had ideas regarding why our enemies may be clawing after the chalice, perhaps?
No, nothing like that. But I am hung up on something Rhea said. That binding on the chalice was linked to the 4 apostles, yeah? I know I've got Chevalier's...
Sorry, but mind if I cut in?
What is it? Can't you see we're busy?
I can, but I just remembered something. Something important. Specifically, the names of the apostles. Oban, Chevalier, Noah, and Timotheus. The 4 apostles whose bloodlines were lost to time. I figured the Ashen Wolves might have thoughts about all that.
No use hiding it now, Constance. Let's lay all of our cards on the table. As for me, I've got the major crest of Chevalier. When I enrolled at the academy, the church ordered me to keep that tidbit to myself. So I did.
And I've got the major crest of Oban. Never did sort out how it is I have this thing.
As for me, the blood of Saint Noah courses through my veins. This is kept hidden, even from the Empire.
Which probably means mine's from Timotheus. I do have a vague recollection of being told my crest is rare.
So the 4 crests, which were presumed lost, have all been gathered into the same house.
All thanks to our buddy Aelfric, it would seem.
And now Aelfric has been abducted. Why could that be? If it was the chalice they were after, they could have stolen it from us without the need for anything sly.
Maybe someone had it out for him. Or maybe he messed around with the wrong people.
Or it could just be unrelated entirely. We're trying to untangle this mess by tying more knots into it. I mean,
Aber das kann halt
Balthus,
einfach alles
you
verbunden sein.
landed here on accident, didn't you? It's not like that's linked to the rest of us. And I could just as easily have never ended up down here, you know? You're jumping at shadows. Anyway, we don't have time for this. Let's get our act together and head to the chapel ruins.